Would you play football without wearing a helmet? Would you slide into home base with shorts on while playing baseball? Would you run a marathon with flip-flops on? I'm guessing the answer to these questions was no. If you played football without a helmet, you'd get severe brain damage. If you slid into home base in baseball with shorts on, you'd scrape up your legs really bad. And if you ran a marathon in flip-flops, you wouldn't barely make it off the starting line. So why is it that people ride motorcycles without using the proper safety attire? I have driven a motorcycle for 3 years now. My dad was the one that taught me how to drive a motorcycle, and I also took a safety course through Ocooch Mountain Motorcycle Safety School in Richland Center, Wisconsin. There are two main things that you want to have prepared before going for a motorcycle ride: yourself and your motorcycle. To be prepared for yourself, you must be mentally prepared and have the proper attire to ride your motorcycle. You must also have your motorcycle prepared to ride and be safe. Riding can be very relaxing, but you also have to be careful and be very watchful so you can avoid problems. Before you drive or ride on a motorcycle, you should have the proper gear and be mentally prepared. To be mentally prepared, you should have a proper amount of rest, and you shouldn't be distracted by things. You shouldn't be thinking about work while riding your motorcycle, and you shouldn't be thinking about your speech that you have due by midnight. Also, if you're too sore, you shouldn't ride your motorcycle because it can cause you to have slower reactions. An article from Safety Science magazine stated that injuries were greatest when a motorcycle traveling straight on the main road crashed into a right-turning car from a minor road, particularly at stop, yield-controlled intersections. Even if you have the right-of-way, be sure to be watching because they might not be. After being well rested and mentally ready to ride your motorcycle, you must be sure to have the proper attire. As stated very well in Wingman magazine, you want to be wearing full gear rather than fool's gear. A helmet is very important when riding your motorcycle. It's a very good idea to have a clear visor so that you can ride during the day and at night. If it's too bright out, you can wear sunglasses underneath your visor. Your visor keeps wind out of your face, rain, and bugs and other debris out of your face as well. It's good to buy a helmet that's DOT approved. DOT stands for Department of Transportation. Other things that you should be wearing are long pants, boots, gloves, and long sleeves or a motorcycle jacket. It's good to wear boots because it keeps your feet protected from debris and other things. It's good to wear long pants because it keeps dust, dirt, and gravel off of your legs. Gloves keep dirt and debris off of your hands, and it helps your grip on your motorcycle. It's also nice to wear a motorcycle jacket for the most amount of safety. Motorcycle jackets have extra padding in the shoulders, arms, and back. Here's a motorcycle jacket. It also has reflective orange strips on it so it's easier to be seen at night. After making sure that you're wearing the proper attire, it's good to make sure that your motorcycle is ready to ride. You should never ride if your motorcycle is in need of repair. Before you leave on your ride, it's good to check your motorcycle over. You should check the tire pressure. If your tire pressure is too low, be sure to add the recommended amount stated on the side of your tire. According to the Family Handyman magazine, follow these rules. The tires should be properly inflated, and the motorcycle chain must be cleaned to achieve long-lasting life. Tires are very important to keep up, and your chain is very important to keep clean. Another thing to check are the fluids on your motorcycle. If any fluids are low, you should fill them. Or if fluids are too low or leaking, or they just look weird, you should postpone your ride until you can get them checked by a serviceman. It's always better to be safe than sorry. A few other things to check are the gauges, hand controls, and the lights on your motorcycle. You should start your motorcycle to make sure that it starts fine and runs fine. You should check the brake and the clutch, the blinkers, the horn, and your headlight, high beam and low beam. It's a good idea to drive around the block once or twice to make sure your ride feels fine and your motorcycle is running fine. The very last thing you want to check before going on a ride is your wallet to make sure that you have enough money for gas. As long as you follow these tips, you should have a safe and fun ride. A motorcycle ride can be very relaxing and let you get away. You also have to pay attention though. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you've been riding for years, accidents can happen to anyone, and you always have to be watching. I can't wait until I get to ride again. There's still bugs on my helmet, as you might have seen, and there's still bugs all over my motorcycle from the last time I rode. Now I'm going to go check the weather to see if it's supposed to rain tomorrow night, because I want to ride again.